Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Title Pending podcast. Thank you for joining me on this lovely Sunday night. I hope everyone had a happy Halloween. I kind of did. I did. I had fun. It just took a little longer to get there, I think. So my plan originally was to go to my friend's college, Haley, who was here last week, was to go to college and to hang out with her and her friends and go clubbing. Now, I don't know if any of you really genuinely know me as a person. I'm not a type of person to go clubbing. I am a type of person to chill out on Halloween, maybe drink a little, smoke a little, eat some candy, just hang out, you know? I like small things. I like house parties. I like, not even house parties, but like house get-togethers. So like, you know, I'm a simple gal. I'm not a type to get all dressed up and go clubbing, especially as a 19-year-old where I can't drink and pre-gaming is hard, especially if the college you go to is, you know, funded by the government of all places. So it was a little difficult. But we said, why not? You know, I keep kicking the mic, I'm sorry. We said, why not? We said, yeah, we're gonna go club. We're gonna have fun. And it was fun for about 5 minutes. Sorry, I don't want to, get me drinking water in the mic. That's, super nasty. So, it was fun for about 5 minutes. We danced. I wasn't intoxicated enough to enjoy it. I know I enjoy stuff like that when I am drunk, but I was not drunk, so I didn't enjoy it. So some of Haley's friends had also felt the same way. Haley felt the same way. We were all just kind of hoping someone was going to say it first. So I said it first because I was getting real bored. So we all went back to the dorm rooms. We hung out outside. We smoked a blunt and we ordered Domino's. And it was great. And that was what I wanted to do. That was what I had fun doing. So shouts out to all of Haley's college friends. Y'all are sick. And I had a fun time. I did overall have a good time. But that's not what this podcast is about. Podcast is about what actually mattered on Halloween, and that was the fact that My Chemical Romance decided to announce a reunion show. Fucking what? Dude, okay. I am not an avid, emo person anymore. However, when something like this is to happen within our community, it is something worth celebrating. For those of you who are completely living under rocks or stumbled upon this podcast, without knowing what kind of trash I talk about, My Chemical Romance announced that they were going to be doing a show in LA on December 20th. They announced it on Halloween, along with making an Instagram account, tweeting, and changing their profile pictures on everything, and basically confirmed that the past 6 years were not for nothing. The people that really were banking on them coming back are probably gloating at the rest of us right now. My Chemical Romance broke up in 2013. They left us with a paragraph on their website, and this was after the announcement of The World is Ugly and all the other little LPs that they did afterwards, I had the actual records, and I think I had a t-shirt, and then I ended up giving them away, and I'm really stupid for it, but basically they didn't really do anything besides release any, they released these 4 songs, I believe it was 4 or 5, and they just said peace out, and then they later released Fake Your Death and live demos and stuff, but they didn't tour as a goodbye. You know how most bands just go on one last tour, whether it's a smaller one or one last huge tour, Balance and Composure did it, a few other bands have done it, A Loss for Words did it, they just, a proper send-off, one last tour. My Chemical Romance didn't do that. Granted, they didn't really, I don't think that they, needed to, per se, but, for the sake of closure, we never got that, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, like, necessary for them to tour. Like, obviously, they did what they saw fit at the time, and that was totally cool, but, like, it's not that it's not enough, but it's, like, not, it doesn't feel final, you know? Because, like, a tour is, like, one last big hurrah across the country, like, one big last show, and, like, you know, maybe end in your hometown or, like, whatever, and just say thanks, like, whatever. Doesn't matter. Have, like, cool merch or whatever. But, like, it just didn't feel like it was happening. It didn't feel real. So it took me a longer time to make peace with the fact that they were no longer making music. Granted, their last full album was released in 2010, and they decided to announce the breakup 3 years later. So they probably had sat on that idea for a while, which is something that a lot of people didn't really realize at first. They were like, wow, this is coming out of nowhere. They're not, like, a band anymore, but, like, why? Like, did something happen? Was this, like, a recent fight? Like, no, like, they stopped making full-length albums and concept albums 3 years prior. And they probably, like, sat on that idea for a little bit. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they were never going to release another one, but they just felt at the time that they weren't going to, I guess. Like, with Paramore, they kind of just let us know that they're hanging out for a while. Like, they're still around, but, like, they take 4 years between albums, regardless. Like, they're still together, they're still a band, but, like, they're not writing that whole entire time. But we, like, know that. It's not that they've broken up, it's just that they don't really feel the need to write the music yet. Which is, you know, it's okay. Sometimes it sucks, but, like, they'll peek out every 6 months and say, hey, we're still, like, a thing. Thank you for, like, hanging in there. Like, we're doing what we're doing, and we appreciate anyone who's hanging out. So, Paramore's just the best band in the world, though, and I could go on for hours just about them. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about My Chemical Romance, and then we're going to talk about Shane Dawson's Conspiracy Palette in a second, because I feel like that's super relevant to the people who follow me, and the people I follow. So, like, it's for sure something I do want to talk about, because, oh my god, what is this year? Like, this year is fucking insane. Anyway, sorry, I'm, like, taking my docs off right now. Hold on. You can't see me, but, like, I'm fully dressed, because I just came in from work and sat down and started recording. So, my B for the, lack of preparation. Okay, so I guess that's it for My Chemical Romance. If you guys think they're gonna tour, let me know, because, like, I really want to see them, and I bet a lot of you guys do too, and a lot of you are incapable of getting to LA. I know I am, because money is a thing that happens, and thing that's for some reason necessary. So that's not happening unless I win a lottery in the next day and a half, because it's sold out already, so, like, it doesn't matter. Moving on. God, I'm really peeking the mic. You guys are going to hate me for this podcast. I'm so sorry. The Conspiracy Palette and the whole Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson series. Now, I know a lot of you are probably like, I don't really give a fuck about this. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star are racists and rape, like, their cats and shit. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That's fair enough. As someone who is trying her best to... Like, I don't stan. I never did, really. I really liked Shane Dawson for a long time. And then he just kind of got annoying to me. Like, I really enjoyed his daily content. And then I liked how he grew with the documentaries. And I still did really enjoy this last documentary. But, like, the one about Jake Paul was really, really bad. And the one with... I forget who it was. I really enjoyed the one with Graveyard Girl, and I really enjoyed, I just do enjoy some of his longer form content, but then it got to the point where I think it was his first documentary with Jeffree Star, everybody was so hooked on it, but, like, he kind of just didn't seem to want to put the same amount of effort in. And then I watched this one, which, I was actually really pleasantly surprised about the series itself. It was entertaining, and it was really well edited, and I really enjoyed, watching that process from an outside point of view, because, like, makeup has always been, like, a really cool thing for me. Like, I'm not good at it, and I'm never, like, and, like, I've practiced, and I've gone out of my comfort zone. I recently just purchased one of Jeffree Star's palettes, and y'all can hate me all you want, that's fine, but, like, I really do want to exit my comfort zone and try new things and stuff, and, like, watching someone else do that was, like, kind of cool. Shane himself really did seem very passionate about what he was doing. A lot of people are saying, oh, he's doing it for the money, he's doing it for the clout, whatever. Shane Dawson has never been the type of person to really care about how big his audience was or how much money he made. He literally said that on multiple occasions, in multiple videos of his own and other people's. When money is mentioned, he tells them he's not money driven, which is something I do admire about him, as, like, because, like, it's hard not to be money driven in such a fucking ridiculous industry where you can make money for literally being horrible. And, you know, your morals get a little blurry. So, like, I admire him for not, like, needing, like, he's comfortable. He for sure makes money, but, like, he never really went into the makeup industry to make money. And a lot of people are claiming that he did, and I don't really see that. And that's totally fine if you think that. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions about this person. I know he said some really stupid shit. He's also apologized for stupid shit that he's done, as has Jeffree. But none of the comments were made towards me. So it's not my place to say that that apology was ever valid. So if people see them as worth hating still, that's not my place to say otherwise. The palette itself, I was at first very excited about the color story. And then I saw it finished, and I got really disappointed, I guess is the best way to say that. It's called the Conspiracy Palette. Now, for those of you who have not seen it, it's kind of a shit show. I'm going to pull up a picture so I can, like, describe it to you. For those of you who, like, Conspiracy Palette price. Cute. Oh my god, it's being resold for $117. That's insane. $200? Dude, it was $52. That's fucking stupid, and I bet people are buying it too. Okay, so the palette itself, the first row is on Poshmark for $80. The first row is a light pink, like tannish, called Tanacon, Diet Root Beer, which is like an orangey, brownie shimmer shade, I believe. And then we have a shimmer black and a shimmer pink. The next row is the shimmer green for Conspiracy, Pigment, which is like pig colored, Food Videos, which is the yellow, Trisha, which is the sparkly pink, Cheese Dust, which is orange, Flamin' Hot, which is red, What's the Tea, which is like, and this is the next row down, which is like a teal, but like a muted teal, Diet Cola, which is like a shimmery, silvery color. What is that? Not a Fact is like a beet color. Don't know what that one says. What does that say? It's like a grayish. I don't know what it says. Oh man, that's disappointing. I don't know what those say. But do we have a list of shades here? Yeah, it doesn't say. But it's like a dark green, and then a matte black, I think. And that's my rides here. I don't know what is the green one? Illuminati? No, that's maybe. I don't know. I don't like that he has two tea shades in the palette. What's the Tea, which is the blue one. Okay, that was like the lamest portion of that podcast ever because I just totally blacked out. Anyway, so overall the palette is very all over the place, and the transition shades are very light. They are not versatile skin color wise, and they are not really pigmented enough, I believe, for anybody that's not pale white. Because, like, that would, like, blend in with my skin tone. Like, the Tanacon color is, like, the color of my skin. And, like, they just look chalky. They look a little disappointing. Some of them are really cool. I really do like Flamin' Hot. I like Trisha. I like this shimmery, foily green. But, like, it's unusable by itself. So, and then they have the mini Conspiracy palette, the mini Controversy palette, which is a lot more cohesive. Lots of, like, blues, some warmer tones. There's a really cool purple in there. I like that one a lot. But, and then they have a lipstick set, which I think I was more excited about. It's called Pig Lip Set, which is crazy. The fact that he made 6 lipsticks, liquid lipsticks at that. He has a gloss, and he didn't make a highlighter. So, overall, he did really go all in, and he filmed the whole thing. He filmed a lot of stuff. He filmed some stuff that I wasn't really expecting to see, that I didn't think was legal to show, to be honest. But it was really cool to see. It was interesting, and I did get really excited for it, which was probably the point. But like, this happens all the time, where every time Shane releases something, half of Twitter blows up in excitement, and the other half is blowing up with rage because him and Jeffrey are bad people, according to the people who are claiming they're bad people, which is totally, again, fine. And it's also fine to not care, I guess. I mean, it's not okay to not care. That's not what I'm saying. It's okay to enjoy the content. I'm not one for cancel culture. And I'm white, so that's probably not the best defense in my opinion. But, like, with, like, homophobia, for example, if someone says something homophobic years ago and apologizes for it and really shows that they're trying to change or they have changed, then I'm all for them changing. And a lot of people, like, cancel culture, I know I've talked about this already, but, like, it's so baffling to me that, like, someone makes a mistake when they're 16, 17 years old, whatever. Not in Shane's case. Shane was a little older. But, like, make a mistake as a teenager, like a white person saying the N-word on Twitter, or calling someone the F slur, or whatever it is. Or, like, just something bigoted, something homophobic, racist, just xenophobic, horrible, whatever. You can say like, whatever. They say that at 15, 16 years old when they're kids and stupid and want to be edgy. And then they come back when they're like 18, 19 and they say something like, hey, I said this really shitty thing when I was a kid. I didn't know what I was saying and I haven't said it since. I am owning up to my actions. I am showing you that I have changed and I know that it's been out there and I haven't, like, brought it up myself. But now that you've seen it, just know that, you know, I'm not like that anymore, because people do change, you know? But then there's you're continuing to show that you do not care after you've apologized, which I think is worse. To apologize to someone, to take advantage of their trusting you and trusting that apology, and then doing the same shit, saying, oh, if I apologize, I can do it again, which is not the case. I don't know what the case is with Shane. I don't keep up with him or Jeffrey besides watching his content if it's something big, just to stay in the loop, if nothing else, because I feel like he's one of those creators where if you don't watch it, you're weird, you know, and it's totally fine if you don't want to watch it, because, like, it's usually overhyped, but I feel as though if I don't watch it, I'll be left out, and that's my own problem. But overall, it was an entertaining series. I enjoyed it more than I've enjoyed most of his other content lately. He did put a lot of effort into this, and you can tell that he, you know, didn't give dates for the next ones on purpose because he knew that they were going to come out when they were going to come out. And I appreciate that, because him giving release dates the past few series and then not being able to meet said deadlines is, I think, really lazy, and I don't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, we're patiently waiting for something. You give us, like, a day to wait for, and then, like, an hour before that date's supposed to come, you're like, oh, by the way, it's coming next week. Like, it's shitty. Like, you get so excited for something, especially if you've had, like, a really shitty day beforehand, and you're just like, I'm looking forward to it, it's coming out tonight, something to wind down with, something to enjoy. And they're like, nah, fuck you, we're gonna wait another week, or nah, fuck you, you're gonna wait another 3 days, or nah, fuck you, series is canceled. Like, and then that gets into, like, the mainstream media where, like, you're really canceling a TV show halfway through it, like, wasting your audience's time to still, because why? Like, if you're gonna end it on a cliffhanger and then, like, cancel it, can you tell I'm talking about Firefly? Anyway, fuck Fox, in general. But that was, like, my main discussion for today, I think, and this has only been a 20-minute podcast, so it's really hard to do this, like, without another person. So if y'all want to hear my friends on the podcast, definitely let me know. I do have a few ideas with them. One of my friends, whose birthday was yesterday, by the way. Happy birthday, Ray. Her and I can talk for hours about literally nothing, and it's so entertaining to us. I don't know if it would be entertaining to anybody else, but, like, let me know if you want to hear our rambles about the universe and how shitty it is, because that's usually what ends up happening. I think that would be entertaining. I gotta get her to do it. She's a manager, though, so, like, it's harder for her to be able to. But, okay, so other than those two big things that have been happening in the media that I have been involved with, I can't really think of much else that's going on. You know what I mean? Like, pop culture is... It's drafty in here. Like, there's no one in here, you know what I mean? And I've been, like, looking at my Twitter trending pages trying to come up with topics. Okay, so it says, a cryptic tweet from Harry Styles has fans on edge. What is the tweet? Do you know who you are.com. This was tweeted 7 hours ago. And it's a link. Do you know who you are? And it just says your name. So I'm going to put my name in. This is like a live reaction to whatever this is. So I just put my first name in and click find out. Willow, you are patiently waiting for something to happen. TPWK. Love H. What? What does that mean? I'm going to tweet it. Follow me on Twitter @WillowFaith. Now I'm thinking. You're patiently waiting for something to happen. TPWK. What does TPWK mean? Treat people with kindness? Is that what that is? Okay, I love Harry Styles. I don't know what he's doing, but, like... Okay. Now I'm confused. So I guess that's what's going on. Okay. Cool. 2020 U.S. elections are exactly a year away. Good to know. Do we vote in 2020? I thought we voted this year. Am I stupid? Countdown for the U.S. 2020 presidential election has officially begun. What? 2020 election is 1 year from today, November 3rd, 2020. And it's 100 days until the New Hampshire primary. But still, okay, now I'm just reading my Twitter feed to you guys. But, like, oh boy. That's crazy. I thought we voted this year because then you would elect them for 2020. But maybe I'm stupid. Okay, anyway. So that was it on my Twitter feed. And now I really kind of want to talk about where I'm going with this podcast, because I feel as though it's important to keep you guys up to date. And I'm really excited about the stuff that's happening, and I really want to, like, include you guys in it, because I feel as though it's super important to keep people updated and, like, respect them. Going back to what I said about Shane Dawson taking advantage of his fans' loyalty, I don't want to... Wow. Hello. I don't want to be that like, I have a small audience. I don't really have a huge one, and, like, a lot of people who I do have as one audience don't really follow the rest of it. So accumulating an audience is really difficult, and I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out. But physically and, like, software-wise, I'm so close to a setup, and I'm so close to being able to film and, like, actually have stuff up and, like, not have a stupid watermark on the bottom of my screen from the software I'm using. Like, my next paycheck is going towards an Adobe software set and hopefully a second mic. That by me later. And then gonna talk to my grandfather about his old camcorder that he said I could have. So, stuff is moving. I promise it's moving. And I know I keep saying that, but, like, you can tell it's gotten better. I have audio software. I have a better microphone. You know, the software for the video is not quite there yet, so I haven't, like, started filming because it's just not worth it, because putting my face with my iPad into this software with a giant watermark on it is just not worth it. So we're just going to do black screen for a few more weeks before I figure that out. Now, I've also looked into creating a website. Let me know if that's something that you guys would visit and be interested in. I do have a Patreon account, but I wouldn't make my website something you'd have to pay for. I would make it kind of like a visual portfolio in a way to like show you what I'm doing. A blog, if you will, maybe, but like more interactive and updatey, like a bulletin board of type, like my own schedule, and it would be something fun to do for me. Give me some stuff outside of schoolwork and real work. And I feel like a website would be kind of cool to have and be like, oh, what's your website? And be like, willowfaith.com/blah. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. I've also started promoting my announcements for my podcasts on Instagram. I might start doing it on Twitter as well. I don't spend too much on advertising because I don't have someone to create these advertisements for me yet. So the ones that I do have are just pretty much my Instagram posts saying, hey, I made a podcast. Please watch my podcast, listen to my podcast. It's on these links, whatever. I made a SoundCloud to upload them if you want to listen to them without watching a black screen on YouTube. So you don't have to have an account to use SoundCloud, I don't think, because I didn't really have one. And if you do, it's free. It'll help support, and if you make an account, it'll show me how many people are listening to it and stuff like that. Just like the fun, whatever. And it's just, it's just a good way for me to monitor where I am. And eventually I'm going to try putting it on Apple Music and Spotify to start maybe making 1/3 of a cent per stream. Just because, this is something I want to do as a job and as, like, not a living, but, like, something that is going to give me results and something that people will enjoy. I like creating things, and I guess I like the sound of my own voice enough to, like, put it out there for other people to listen to. So it'd be really cool if you were able to show your support in any way possible, whether it be monetarily, which is not my preference, or just sharing the episode or telling your friends or just subscribing to the YouTube channel, maybe following me on SoundCloud. Just a little click of a button would be really helpful, especially if we've known each other for like a really long time. This is just a way to shout out that you're still there and you still do, care. And that's so sick if you do. But let me know what you guys want to hear on the podcast as well. If you want me to play any games, if you want me to ask any questions, or have you guys ask me questions, or just, we can yai it up in here like Jack's Films. We can do a Q&A. We can talk about our favorite, like whatever you want to do. I want this to be like super interactive and super enjoyable for all of us and be a way to like make friends, I guess, without, the pressure of having to have a social media presence, like this is just a voice coming out of a screen at this point, which is enough for me. And you guys might just be letters on a keyboard, but like whatever, because y'all are sick. Doesn't matter. This is a short podcast because I have to go to my dad's now. Thank you guys for listening again. Really, really appreciate it. All my links will be in the description below. And I want to shouts out my Patreons real quick. So I'm going to go to my Patreon account. So excuse the clicking you're about to hear. That shit's mad annoying. Unless it's ASMR. But, like, I don't think you're picking up what I'm typing well enough for it to be satisfying. So right now we're at 11 patrons, yes. And that's $22 a month. And I know some people have kind of pieced out over and that's totally fine. I'm not pissed or anything like that. But let's get that up to 15 patrons by the end of 2019. That's what I'm trying to do here, which is really achievable, I think. That's only 4 more patrons. So if y'all want to like, where are my patrons? Relationship manager. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now I actually have an official list of people patronizing me monthly and those who have done like one. So I'm going to shout out the monthly ones, which is, here we go. Wait a minute. How does this work? Patron, follower. Okay. So my patrons are Holly Rapkin, IDK LOLZ, Kat, Caitlin St. Louis, Mary Cabral, Molly, Shelby Church, Sophia, Tina, and Willow's mom. Thank you all so much for your contributions. Now I'm going to shout out those who have kind of just stuck around for this far. Emily Buchanan, Gina, Haley Park. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna shout out Amanda Satterfield right now. You have been my patron for 6 months. What? That's fucking insane. Thank you so much. I've never been anybody's anything for 6 months. So shouts out Amanda Satterfield. I actually went to high school with her. She is the sweetest, and now I know she has good taste. That's fucking crazy. I didn't even know that. So thank you guys all so much for just being here and keeping me just motivated to make this better for you guys, because it's so slow moving because it's so hard to join the people who have had a following for years and have the setup and have the technology and the money to do so. Dude, I'm in my bedroom recording this right now. I don't have a studio, and I don't have soundproof walls, and I don't have this shit that all these creators have, and I wish I did. And it's hard to get up there without all those things now because of how advanced our content has gotten. But for those of you sticking around and watching a black screen on fucking YouTube while some bitch talks for 20 minutes about God knows what, thank you so much for that. That's fucking sick. And I'll see you all or hear you all next week. Thank you so much for listening. Again, one more time. All my stuff is in the description below. So click on the links, discover things, has some, yeah. All right. Thanks so much. Good night.